Cameo Season 3 kicks off with Collection Moda Runway, highlighting Caribbean creatives on every level.
Dance on me, bring it back, baby, just dance on me. Brought your heels to the party, ain't here to hurt nobody. I'm an old soul and I rock gold and I got scooped in a Rari. But I'm a bad boy and you know it's no boyfriends allowed to the party. Yeah, dance on me.
Collection Moda is the brainchild of Carrie-Anne Clark. We discussed challenges and what's next. One of your aims is to turn Kingston, Jamaica into a creative hub of sorts. What more needs to be done to progress to that?
A lot more has to be done. We're only in year 3 of Moda Market, so the series is in year 5. We're only in year 3. We need to launch in other islands. We need to promote the series internationally so that we have visitors coming to Jamaica for the series, because that's the big picture. Getting the hotels full, getting the restaurants full, and promoting the talent in the region and promoting brand Jamaica.
I think a lot of people would think, fashion shows, you think of glamour, you think of makeup, you think of models. Talk to us about some challenges that you'd have even staging something like this.
Oh my goodness, where do I begin? There's so many challenges. We have to have the castings. That doesn't always go smoothly. Production backstage doesn't always go smoothly. So we have to try to keep it tight. We have partners who want like 500 different things, and because we're doing something that is a little new to Jamaica, it is a little bit of a fight sometimes with partners, but we have so far great partners. We're with Business Access for year 2 or year 3, so that's a great synergy. And I'm happy with Business Access also because you guys also just launched in Trinidad and Barbados, and those are the 2 other countries that we have also launched in, so I think it's a great synergy, Business Access and ourselves. So our presenting partners, Yellow Pages, which is global directories, and that's another great partnership because we can use their search engine optimization in the different islands to promote brand Jamaica.
Right. What do you think events like the Olympics can do for brand Jamaica, and how can we leverage that to do more for us here?
Jamaica there's so much more that I think can be done. I think brand Jamaica is a very strong brand. I mean, from the people, the country, the people, the creative industries, there's just so much. We have a very strong brand, but a lot can be done. Promoting more and getting more people to Jamaica, really and truly, and that's what our mandate is. When you think about it, just promoting brand Jamaica in the other islands, in the other countries, and getting more visitors here.
In regards to your designers here, they weren't local designers, right?
We had 2 local designers. We had Courtney Washington and Carlton Brown, who are local designers, but it's an emerging platform also for creative talent. So we tend to try to get emerging talent from the United States and the Caribbean. So Venezuela was also represented on the platform because that also helps the local designers to see what they're doing and the challenges that they face, and we kind of create that whole community. We do have a 10-year plan. We have a vision board in adding to the platform every single year, and one of our dreams and ambitions is to open a center called Moda Center, and that center, what we want to do is train persons to become like a heart and train persons in manufacturing. So we're offering job opportunities now, and then we're manufacturing for the creative talent.
Right.
So if you're a designer and you want manufacturing, at Moda Center you can come and get manufacturing. So that is definitely on the vision board. And then the expansion to all the islands, having different creative talent here.
This collection was entitled Dubai Butterfly. It was influenced by a trip to Dubai last year. The first dress that I designed in the collection was the last dress on the runway, all white and metallic. And butterfly was the print in the beginning of the collection that to me sort of is my signature saturated colors and light floaty pieces. So I tried to marry the two thoughts together with this light floaty butterfly and this solid covered metallic Dubai, and that's what we came up with. Creativity. So I think what Collection Moda is doing is pretty right on target, spot on for that.
How important is passion to your line of work?
Passion is everything. I'm not doing it for the money because I'm making very little of it. No, but passion is everything, because then it doesn't seem like work. It really seems like I can work my fingers to the bone because it's something I'm excited about. It's my vision, something I see. I see the progress and I see the possibilities. So that passion is what drives me every day. And I think most people do in this creative field.
A big part of it is creativity.
Sure.
Do you ever run out of that?
Never. Never. I have more ideas than I can actually afford to do. So that's not really an issue. It's really editing what's really going to work. And as much as we want it to all be led by creativity, we are influenced by what's happening on the outside. So it's finding that balance of doing something you really enjoy, something you're passionate and really feel is innately you, and doing something that's going to work for the rest of the world. And that's when you step to the global stage, what you have to really take into context.
Coming up next.
Because we see tremendous potential in partnering with a property like this. It represents a great location, a great opportunity for artists, craftspersons, fashion designers, artisans.
It's Collection Moda 2016. Cameo is here to highlight fabulous fashion.
Switch, switch, go, switch, switch, go, switch, switch, go, switch, let it go. SAP to code, them on this froze, but I'm high. Real with that cherry, you look real. SAP to code, SAP to code.
Ayana Curtin talks about Yellow's partnership with Collection Moda.
We are actually partnering for the entire Moda series with the Collection Moda because we see tremendous potential in partnering with a property like this. It represents a great location, a great opportunity for artists, craftspersons, fashion designers, artisans, the creative industries as a whole, and we see tremendous potential in that industry. We know that there are great artists in Jamaica, but we've also found out that they need our help. They do not know how to market themselves, and the Jamaica Yellow Pages is the perfect advertising partner for our smaller micro business, and that is a sector that these artists come from. So what we're using Collection Moda as a platform to do is to spread the word about our ability to help small businesses expand their reach through our digital marketing solutions. Of course, we get a chance to showcase our suite of services, especially our mobile app, to the savvy consumers here. there are a number of persons here who might not know how to get in touch with their favorite artist or artisan, and we have created a new business listing on our mobile app for creative businesses. So if you download our mobile app, you can find all of the exhibitors that are going to be at Collection Moda, and you can, as a result of finding them, be able to access them and get in touch with them easily, not just on the day of the event.
Today you saw my Spring 17 collection. I'm a textile-driven person. I love print, I love color. I'm Mexican-American, so my heritage always comes out in my product. As you can see, it's very vibrant and has lots of spirit in it. So, but textiles are my inspiration. I have really great sources that are from Europe, from Turkey, from different parts of the planet that I resource my fabrics from. And it's like going into the candy store for me. So when I see the textiles, that's when I take the inspiration and I develop my collection. But that's my process.
That's your process. Talk to me about challenges you would say you would have as not necessarily as a startup designer, but you're already in the business. You're already getting your pieces out, but what are some issues that would come up?
Well, first of all, I think it's really important. I tell this to young designers all the time. Is that you have to understand who your client is and stay focused on that person, because the creative mind is forever going. So if you can stay focused on a direction and a client, that's how you develop a product that's repetitively, that you can get the same client in again to shop again. Otherwise, you're all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't know, a lot of young designers want to do men's, women's, children's. It's like, what do you do best and what are you more passionate about? You have to focus. And it took me a long time to focus as a young artist. But you learn through lessons. So I think that's probably the best advice I could give anyone, and not just with design. Focus on your life so you know where you want to go.
Yeah. One of the purposes of Collection Moda is to turn Kingston, Jamaica in a creative hub, in a fashion hub. What do you think are some things that we can do to further that goal?
Well, I think it's important to support your local talent and respect that and realize that what you have around you is so beautiful. I think when you live and you're born in a place, you take your paradise for granted.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I do to Cayman Islands, I do Tortola, I do St. Thomas, I do a lot of the Caribbean islands. And for me, you can see it in my collection. There's a big inspiration in my textile summit. So I think it's important to embrace your local talent and support them. That's the only way they're going to be able to go to New York or Paris or anywhere else in the world, is that you can nurture that. And I think there's a lot more around you than you realize,
Tell me, say one thing Nancy can't understand. One thing Nancy can't understand. What make them a talk about me ambition? Say what make them a talk about me ambition? Come and say some of them a ask me where me get it from. Just some of them a ask me where me get it from. I told them no, it's from creation. I told them no, it's from creation. Bam, 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 bam.
I love Jamaica. I've always loved Jamaica, and I think this experience has been so great that I definitely want to show here again. I think Jamaican women definitely have a flair for fashion, and I think it's a good match for us to hopefully bring my collections here and see them on the gorgeous beauties we have here.
Talk to me about your creative process. What does that entail?
I'm really inspired by art, nature, everything. I don't have a very set, specific creative process. I just sort of very organic, and also I'm a woman, so what feels good to me, I assume feels good to other women, because at the core of it, we're all the same. We all want to be beautiful and comfortable and glamorous, so it's really more of that than anything else.
What are your thoughts on Caribbean fashion?
I love it. I think it's glamorous. It still has the glamour. I think American fashion sometimes tends to be a little plain, which is fine. There's a time and a place for it, but I love glamour. So
it's something that excites me, and I love that about the Caribbean.
Coming up next.
I love it here. I love Jamaica. You know, it reminds me of Liberia. It reminds me of home. When I come here, the people, the way it feels, the way it smells, the scenery, it's very much like Liberia.
Know that I'm alright for you. Better use a gun and knife for you. I ain't finna choose the side over
you. Kato Mamalu is stamping her global brand on fashion-forward women's wear and accessories that celebrate the essence of her rich heritage through the use of traditional, luxury fabrics, skins, and mixed prints. Here at Collection Moda this year, you keep coming back each and every year. Why?
Yeah, man. No, I love it here. I love Jamaica. You know, it reminds me of Liberia. It reminds me of home. When I come here, the people, the way it feels, the way it smells, the scenery, it's very much like Liberia. So I met the founder of, you know, Collection Moda, Carrie, through Yandy Phillips, and we did a show together in the Cayman, and, you know, we connected. She wore some of my designs, and she came back, and I didn't know, you know, when you meet people, you never know the impression that you put on them.
Right.
So for her to come back and remember my spirit and tell Carrie about it, and she contacted me through Facebook, and my manager was like, what? Where are you going? Are you going to Jamaica? You're going to do what? Facebook. I was like, I met her. She was Miss Jamaica, for God's sakes. Like, I can't go wrong, you know? So we connected, and I came and did like a intimate trunk show in Carrie's store. And I did that like 2 or 3 times, and then it just evolved from that to, you know, the actual show that you see now. And, you know, I had some friends that I thought would be great to bring, and I, you know, connected with them, introduced them to Carrie, and they've been coming for, you know, 2 or 3 years as well.
What are your thoughts on Caribbean fashion?
I love it. You know, it's laid back. I'm very laid back. Anybody that meets me says you're so cool and calm and laid back, and the vibe of everything, it reflects, you know, personalities. Not everybody's connected to that, and I think I understand that. It's easy. You know, I've learned, you know, coming here over the years that what the customer wants is not might be what I think they want. It's just they want what they want.
Right.
So you have to create what they want, but reflective of your design skills. And I think it's cool. It's colorful. I love color. I love print. And I think a lot of the Caribbean fashion is very close to what I do in my own line. So I think it's an easy transition to, you know, be able to accept it.
So talk to us about the business of fashion. What are some really big lessons that you've learned?
Wow. I think the #1 lesson I learned, you know, when you go to design school, every designer, you know, you want to go to school, when you get out, your big thing is you want to get into a store, you want to be in Macy's, you want to be in Dillard's, you want to be in Nordstrom's. And I kept hitting that door. I kept going into that door, and they kept shutting it. They kept saying, no, come back later, nobody's here. And I had to realize at a certain point that that's not the path that's meant for every designer.
Okay.
And I think God's been trying to tell me that for so long, but I just wanted it so bad because that's, you know.
Like you say, your book.
Yeah, you know, that's what you want. You know, for an athlete, you want to go to the NBA, you want to go to the NFL, and sometimes not everybody makes it.
In regards to maybe the number crunching aspect of your business, how do you manage that?
I do have help, you know, because when you're creative, you don't want to do number crunching. You want to create, and I think a lot of us, when it comes to that aspect, we don't want to deal with it. So I've got to the point where I said, that's not my thing. I don't want to do. I still want to know what's going on, but I have somebody that sits there, like a business manager, and says, okay, well, this is what we're looking at for now. This is how much we have to spend if we're going to do Fashion Week. You know, maybe we might consider not doing Fashion Week so we can save this because of sponsorship not being there. So things like that, you have to kind of get creative, because I'm a small business. I'm a one-woman show. I don't have like a whole team of people sewing my stuff somewhere. I'm not making things in China. Most of the pieces I make myself, or I have one or two seamstresses that actually help produce what I'm making to provide my customers. So it is more unique, and there's no business pattern that you're given in business school for what I do. But you do have to get creative and say, okay, well, this works, this doesn't work, and it's all trial and error. And I think I've been in it so long that I've been able to say, okay, well, this is how I'm going to have to do things my way, and this is how I'm going to have to play it out, and this is how I'm going to have to reach my customer. This is how I'm going to have to market.
What would you say are some of your major successes thus far?
I mean, definitely, you know, I went on Project Runway. I didn't win, but when I left the show, like, I changed so many people's views of what, like, for instance, you know, in America, what a African-American woman looks like on television, on a reality show. You know, I was able to show that some of us are educated and we have morals, and yeah, we don't have to fight and scratch and cuss, but we can still show you who we are, and that, you know, we're good people. You know, so that was awesome for me, and to leave the show and just touch, you know, so many kids in Africa and around the world. I got so many letters from, like, kids just saying, my parents didn't want me to do design, but we watched the show together with you, and because you did it, I can do it now. You know, I grew up with strict African parents, and designing was not on the list of the careers that you choose. It's accounting, engineering, doctor, lawyer. So to be able to just transcend that was awesome. And even for my parents, they came around a whole lot. So that was a huge accomplishment for me, to be able to do what I love and then help other people. You know, and then showing at Fashion Week, I got to show at Bryant Park before they shut it down altogether, to be able to show what I do, what I love internationally, and overnight became an international name. That in itself was an accomplishment.
How important would you say passion is to your craft?
It's like right up there with the talents. You have to have talent first, and then you have to have passion, because passion is what makes you wake up the next day after you say you're going to quit the day before and get back in it, because passion won't let you quit. Passion won't let you sell yourself out. You know, when you're really passionate, I believe, like, with what I have and what so many other real designers have, and I say real because there's so many people that see what you do and they want to jump on the bandwagon. The designers who, you know, went to school and learned the craft and learned what it was to actually be a designer and to sew, make things, even though they might not actually do it now because of the level of their success, but they understand, like, if this blouse comes back and is not properly made, I can tell you what's wrong with it.
Right.
Whereas if you just decide to be a YouTube designer and, oh, I'm going to be a designer now, I'm going to learn how to sew from this guy on YouTube, he's not going to teach you everything you need to know. There's certain things you learn in school that you can't. Certain things you're going to learn in an internship after school that no one's going to be able to teach you from a textbook. So it's a gift. And I think people who are gifted, Donna Karan, you know, Carolina Herrera, so many designers that I feel like have that gift that was given to them by God. It's like, it can't be taken away and it can't be duplicated. You can copy all day, but you'll never get the true essence of what that designer was doing. You know, always be a copycat.
What are your future plans? What's next for you?
Next for me, I've actually already started. You know, I've always wanted to do a home brand, you know, lifestyle. You know, and I've actually started doing some home items. I'll be displaying them at Moda Market this week. And just taking what I do and transferring it into things that you can have in your home, whether it's throw pillows for your bed or your couches, or it's candles, or it's crafts. It's cool to do clothes, but sometimes you need a break from it. I feel like me and clothing need to break up for a little bit and see other people, and then I'll come back to it. But it's something that I've always loved. I love seeing home decor and interior design, because actually I struggle with interior design and fashion. And actually fashion won, but I actually wanted to do interior design because I actually have like a love for that as well. So I mean, in the end, I think that's my ultimate goal, to have a lifestyle brand, to be able to have a boutique or online store where you can come and you can buy clothing, but you can also buy things for your life that are still reflective of what I do. So if a man wants to shop with me, he can. I don't make menswear, but he might be able to come in there and buy, my set of journals or coasters or this, man bag that I might create. So things like that where it can reach everybody. Everybody can get something. The whole family can come and shop.
And that's it for our Cameo special. We look forward to Collection Moda 2017. I've been your host, Amita Prasad Webb. Until next week.